Hello to everyone. So, welcome back to another lesson where we'll be completing the remaining part of the lesson which we learned. I know I left you all confused yesterday. Some of you, not most of you, but some of you would have definitely got confused because of those theorems and all those things which I taught you. Please, if you have any confusion, just go back to the video. You can replay how many ever times you want to. I've separately given the link on Edmodo as well, and even the school is uploading in its own in their own channel the videos. And because I hope there is no problem, because I did not get any questions or anything regarding the any doubts regarding the lesson, so I just hope there is no problem in understanding the lesson. So from yesterday, before I stopped for yesterday, I told you to complete this question number 5. So let's check how many of you have got. I'm sure most of you wouldn't have done it, but as to those who have done it, let's check the answers are right. If you have not done it and if you have not understood, please listen to it carefully so that you can understand it better. Okay, so you are again going to be using the theorems to prove that whatever is given here. Okay, so complete the 2-column proof. This is the picture we are referring to. This is angle 1 and angle 2. They said that this angle is right, so which means you have to understand that this angle is also going to be a right angle. If this is right, of course this is also going to be right, and so it's kind of like all of them are right angles. Okay, now what is given for you here? What is given is line M is perpendicular to line N. This is given to us, so you have to prove that angle 1 and 2 are linear pair of congruent angles. So this is the 2-column proof. So here the statements are missing, so the reason is given. What's given? So the first statement is going to be M is perpendicular to N. This is the first statement because it's already given for us. Now the second statement, reason given for us, is definition of perpendicular. So from this picture, which one can we say is a definition of perpendicular segment? Which one? See, they only gave us this. From this we have to conclude that all the remainings are 92. So if it is a definition of congruent segment, right, which angles are going to be here? We are only talking about angles because other than angles we don't have anything. And believe it or not, this I know most of you are gonna just get frustrated at me. It's nothing to do with any of the properties which we learned yesterday. It is just a table made out of sense which we have learned before. Okay, now which one are we going to say that it is congruent? Of course you are going to say the measure of angle 1 is 90, right? Just now I showed you. So measure of angle 1 is 90, as well as the measure of angle 2 is also going to be 90 degrees. So this is the definition of congruent segments. If angle 1 is 90, of course angle 2 is also going to be 90. Okay, now which is the next one? They said angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Here we only specified the measures of the angles. Now angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. What are you going to say for this? If angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, what is the reason you are going to give? It's just you have to write definition of congruent angles. Just that. Because angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. So how do we reason it out? Because of the definition of congruent angles, right? Now this is already given for you. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180 because of the addition property of equality, because 90 plus 90 is 180. Now definition of linear pair. This part is in fact stupid because this is the last part where we have to prove what they are asking. So you simply write all these things. That's it. Because the last step should be the proof, right? So angle 1 and angle 2 are a linear pair. That's it. because they want the definition of linear pair. So this is the proof. Angle 1 and 2 are a linear pair because of the definition of linear pair. Okay, now most of you must have thought hard and wrote I don't know what theorems from what all we learned yesterday, but this table was as simple as that, just that you needed to think a little bit further for measuring your intelligence. That's all. Okay, now I hope this video is going to be a short one because I just don't want to drag and make it longer and longer for you girls. Now this day I kept this lesson because in case if you have any doubts I could clear, but there were no doubts or nothing, no that sort of question. So I will just simply do another 2 or 3 related questions for this chapter and I will wrap the lesson up. Okay, wrap up the lesson is an English word, not you take the cloth and wrap up. It's wrap up means to finish it off. Okay, now to go on I will be continuing with page 176. Okay, I just want you to know the steps to do these kinds of questions because they are not difficult, they are easy ones, only that you need to think a bit further. Now that you are at home you can use your minds to think very clearly, so that's why I just chose I'm only going to do 12 and 13 from this part of the lesson because this part, because this 2 we did not take those lessons, so only I'm going to do 12 and 13. So what are they asking us to do? Solve to find x and y in each diagram. Okay. So here they gave us this angle, this number is related to this angle. Okay, because 3y minus 2x and this angle is 2x. Now if you look at this part, what kind of angles are they? I hope you have not forgotten the different types of angles. What kind of angles are they? They are same-sided interior angles. They are in the shape of a U, which means it must equal 180. So let's write these, using these 2 angles, let's write an equation. This is for this angle, so 3y minus 2x. This angle is 2x, which means if you add both of them, it should give you 180. So plus 2x should give us 180. Okay, now we can solve this. 3y minus 2x plus 2x is going to give you minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So we don't usually write 3y plus 0, right? So 3y is equal to 180 because this will give you a 0. So y is equal to 180 over 3, which is equal to 60. Now you found the value of y is 60. Now using the value of y is equal to 60, you can use any one of these expressions to find out the value of x. Else, they are saying here, this is 90, right? So if this is 90, what is this going to be? This is also going to be 90, right? Because both of them 90 plus 90 will give us 180. So we can write this also like this. 2x is equal to 90 because this is already 90. This is also going to be 90. So 2x is equal to 90. X is equal to 90 by 2, which is equal to 45. So the value of y is 60 and x is 45. Okay, now I'm giving you a minute to think how to do question number 13. If you can do try to solve it. Else wait for a minute. Let's see how to find it out. Okay, girls. Um, so I think some of you at least would have found a way to find out the value of x and y. So let's try it out together. Okay, now here they have given us this angle is 90 degrees as well as 6y. Okay, now this is going to be 6y and this is 5x plus 4y. Now you know that if this is going to be a right angle, that's 90 degrees, this is also going to be 90 degrees because they are angles on a straight line, right? So you can find out the value of y just by using 6y is equal to 90. Okay, because this angle is 90 degrees, so 6y which is corresponding to this angle is also 90. So y is equal to 90 divided by 6, which is going to give you a 15. So the value of y is going to be 15. Okay, now come back to this question here. You know, if now one of these is a right angle, all of them are going to be right angles, but that way now you can say 5x plus 4y equals 90, but that way of solving the equations you have still not studied. So let me show you another way of solving it. Okay, now you know the value of y is 15, right? So you can write in place of y 15. So first let me write down 5x plus 4y is equal to 90. Okay, 5x plus 4 multiplied by 15, because we already found out the value for y is 15, is equal to 90. 5x plus 60 equals 90. 5x is going to be 90 minus 60, so 5x is going to be 30, x is going to be 30 over 5, which is equal to 6. So the value of x is going to be 6 and the value of y is going to be 15. So once you find out the value of any of the variables, you can substitute or you can replace the letter, the number with the variable, and then find out for the next angle too. Okay, so that were two questions, and I'm now moving on to the next page. Okay, I just want you to concentrate on some questions here, these kinds of questions. So in this question, that is page 177, I'm giving you a minute to do question number 31. Try to do it, it's not a difficult one. So your 1 minute starts now. Okay, I think you must have found out the answer by now. So which inequality is correct for the given diagram? This is the diagram given for us. You can see from this point to this point is the right perpendicular segment, right? So that's a right angle. Again, to remind you all, always from one point to where it makes a perpendicular segment is the shortest length. So the shortest length for this equation, for this diagram is 3x, and the other side is 2x plus 5. So the shortest segment is always less than the other side. Let's find this out. 2x plus 5, that's this side. This side, is it less than 3x? Is it going to be less? Of course it's not, right? So is x greater than 1? We did not even write the inequality, so they just want you to find the inequality. 2x plus 5 is greater than 3x. Is this side greater than this? Yes, it is. So it's going to be C. Okay, now even if you write it that and solve, If even if you solve this equation, that's 2x plus 5 is greater than 3x. All what you need to do is move the minus 2x, so 5 is greater than 1x. So even then, if you solve this, you will not get any of these answers, because that's going to be x is minus 5 is greater than x, and we don't have any of those equations here, sorry, inequalities here. Okay, now moving to question number 32. In the diagram, L is perpendicular to M. Find x and y. Now I will help you to do this, because we did not do the simultaneous equations to solve them properly. That's what we will be learning now from tomorrow, hopefully, because we will be starting algebra from tomorrow. Okay, so x is equal to 5, y is equal to 7. All what we can do is we can identify these as right angles, because they said L is perpendicular to M, which means these two angles are going to be 90 and 90. This is 180 together, so it's been divided equally into 90 and 90. So all what we can do is put these values in place of x and y and find out whether we are getting 90. So let's try the first one. X is 5 and y is 7. So I am just choosing this. 4x plus 10y. It should give me 90. Okay, so what's the value of x given? It's 5 and y is 7. So 4 multiplied by 5 plus 10 multiplied by 7. 4 5s are 20, 70. So that is giving me 90. So do you think this is the correct answer? Yes, it is. Okay, because any other value I will try with this. I'm just showing you only, nothing else. X is 7 and y is 5. So x is 7 and y is 5. 4 7s are 28, 10 plus 5 is 50, that's giving you only 78, whereas it should give you 90. So this answer is not. If you try any of these values, of course you will not be getting the correct one, only you will get from this. Whichever way you solve, you'll be getting equals 90, because you know both these angles are 90 each. Okay, if L is perpendicular to M, okay, if L is perpendicular to M, which statement is not correct? Now again, you know, if it is perpendicular, it's going to be equal. So angle 2, can that be 90 degrees? Yes, it can be. Is angle 1 plus 2 equal 180? Yes, 90 plus 90 is 180. Is angle 1 congruent to angle 2? Congruent means equal. Are they both equal? Yes, they are. Can I say angle 1 is perpendicular to angle 2? No, I can't. So this is going to be not the correct statement. Okay, guys. So that was all your lesson for today. Just I wanted to do is, in this lesson, just go through the theorem, because they are very important part of the lesson. Okay, but they are going to be easy, just like how you have had in the homework. You just have to fill in the blank, not to draw the whole thing. So do revise. For today there is no homework for you, because already we have finished the questions. I just wanted to revise these few questions with you, because these are the types of questions which will be given if we have any exams. If we don't know, if you have any exams. Okay, so hopefully there won't be any more doubts regarding this lesson. From tomorrow again we'll be moving back to algebra. So when you watch tomorrow's video, do get ready with your algebra books, because we don't have any homework to be discussed, right? So get ready with, if in case you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime. I will try to clear those doubts in the next video. It has to be like this now. Whichever video you are watching, you have to ask me the doubts, so that I can clear the doubts in the next video. Okay, so hopefully tomorrow get ready with your algebra books. Until we meet again in the next video, take care of yourselves.